The voter turnout was relatively low by Guam standards. 58.2% of the 50,000 registered voters turned out. According to the unofficial final results that were released at about 3:15 a.m. Sunday morning, the Calvo Tenorio team pulled in 9,221 votes, or 58.78%. Nearly 18% more votes than the 6,458 ballots cast for the Cruz Espaldon team. Lieutenant Governor Mike Cruz and his running mate Jim Espaldon conceded shortly after 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Senator Jim Espaldon went over to the Calvo Tenorio headquarters to shake hands with the victors. However, Lieutenant Governor Dr. Mike Cruz was called away for what his camp said was a medical situation. In addition, Carlo Branch, a member of the Republican Cruz Espaldon team and a staff member of the Lieutenant Governor Mike Cruz's office, went over to Democratic Party headquarters to announce his support for the Gutierrez-Uggan ticket. Senator Eddie Calvo accepted his victory before a buoyant group of supporters at his mighty headquarters at about 3 a.m. Sunday morning. Standing beside his running mate, Senator Ray Tenorio, he called for Republican unity as well. Calvo also spoke about a tough race ahead. Referring to the Gutierrez campaign by name, he urged his supporters to take the high road and not become provoked by what might be said by Gutierrez supporters against them during the campaign. Senator Gutierrez, for his part, told PNC News Saturday that he deplores some of the nastiness that occurred in the final days of the GOP gubernatorial campaign, and he won't be running his campaign that way. Even though he was unchallenged for the gubernatorial slot on the Democratic ticket, Gutierrez told PNC News that he still hoped for a strong Democratic voter turnout in order to build momentum for the November election. But that didn't happen. The turnout on the Democratic side was especially low compared to the number of Republican voters. Analysts Mike Phillips, a Democrat, and Phil Flores, a Republican, told PNC News that the low turnout was probably attributable to the lack of any competition at the top of the Democratic ticket. Flores added that he believed that most of the Democrats who supported Robert Underwood during the last election likely didn't turn out to vote at all during the primary election, which could mean that they remain undecided. Gutierrez and his running mate, Frank Uggan Jr., picked up 8,140 votes running unopposed. Congresswoman Madeline Berdallo, also unopposed, picked up 7,633 votes. Lenny Rapadas easily led the race for Attorney General with 15,121 votes, or 55.33% of the total, but he will still face off against Gary Gumatautau in the November general election. Gumatautau pulled in 8,913 votes, or 32.61%. Assistant Attorney General Bill Bischoff trailed with 3,124 votes, or just 11.43%. In the race for Agate Vice Mayor, Augustin Quintanilla came out on top with 559 votes. Joseph Salas was second with 329, and Derek Hills third with 297.